All right. So, what's the story for today? The story for today is about being right. The story for today is about being right. Why do you need to be right? Do you know how to be wrong? And this is spurred by a lovely young lady that I had a conversation with this morning. And she started to say, I remember the first time I realized I was wrong. And I thought, wait, so was that just last week? And how funny is it that you actually clearly remember the day that you first recognized that you were wrong, as if you were never wrong before in your life and this was an epically new situation. And honestly, there's a lot of people that feel like that are like, well, I'm never wrong. I've actually known people who have counted. I mean, someone once said to me, who was a extremely intelligent doctor, as a matter of fact, someone who had been given a scholarship to go to medical school, and he said, I have been right 87.3% of the time. So, in fact, he had counted how many times he was right versus how many times he was wrong. Now, I don't know if these were emotional situations, literal situations, accounting type situations, but just the idea that someone would count how much they're right or wrong shows me a huge ego. Because I'll tell you what's the interesting thing about being right or being wrong. I don't know anybody that likes being wrong because it feels shameful. It feels like my ego's been exposed. It feels like I don't know what to do with myself. I'm somehow a bad person because I didn't get something. And this is a lot of how the world is like thriving on drama right now. Like, oh, you said that and you're wrong, or you're a bad person, or the way that you said it or what you said is, attached to some kind of ism that's clearly harmful to other people, and you need to watch what you say, and you're wrong for being that way, and you're wrong for saying those things, and by the way, you don't even know that you're wrong, but you're wrong. And so, as we can clearly see, there's a lot of these super strong divides that are not, in fact, based in intelligence. They're based in pure stupidity. And this ego desire to have to prove that you're right, to gloat your righteousness over other people, and to have a complete incapacity, because you're smarter than everybody, to be wrong. So, the question is, why are you so uncomfortable being wrong? I mean, what does that mean to you? Did anybody shame you for being wrong when you grew up? Was it like a horrible thing to make a mistake? And if so, these little situations are things that just you need rewiring. It's not like you're a bad person, and you may decide you don't even want to change. I'm just bringing this to the table as a topic to be explored, specifically, in light of what's happening in the world, where people are so entrenched in, I'm right, no, I'm right, and you're wrong. No, 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 I'm right, and you're wrong. And not everybody could be right around the same thing. And yet, if you start to look at the issues involved, there are nuances where, in fact, there is rightness within a principle behind the situation. And it's difficult to define, a vague or gray area, because principles themselves are somewhat fluid and they're hard to pin down. So if you say the principle of, like, we all want love, so what does love mean? And to some people, love is a specific way in a specific union or with a specific one or two types of people. Other people think that the rules around love, that there shouldn't be any, and that ceremonies and unions should be up to the individual. And I could see where both are right, and I could see where both can just basically decide that that's how they want to live their lives, and they don't need to make the other party wrong. Because as soon as you start needing to make other people wrong, you're not really right anyway. You've just defined what's right for you. And I think this is the bigger context issue, is that I could sit back, and over the past couple of years, I've looked at things like all the things that have been thrown up in my face, sexism, racism, politics, the virus and mandates, and I've sat with, like, what's right in this part of the conversation, and what can really resonate with me and bring me to a greater understanding of myself and a better way to help other people around these conversations, as opposed to, like, this is a lot of noise. And by the way, the noise is happening on this side and that side. I've heard complete nonsense and actual sanity out of both sides of any argument, because people are still trying to figure it out, and there isn't a person that's got it all figured out and is exclusively owning the right to be right. Right? Right. So, that's what's interesting to me, is that we're still going to be people. Humanity is still going to have finger pointing and blaming and divides. We're still going to like be hating each other while we're trying to figure out how to love each other. And the point of it all is for me to grow within me and then grow my sense of self outwards to the world and find ways to help them explore what they feel is right and good and sane in their lives so that they can be more useful, not to make more other people wrong. Right? That doesn't feel good. Nobody likes it. And yet, there's a lot of humility in admitting you're wrong. So you're probably going to continue to be wrong. I'm not going to give you any quick tips about a workaround around how to avoid being wrong, because there is no such thing. So I hope you learned how to enjoy being wrong. I hope you're able to let go of some kind of statistic around this idea that you're right X% of the time, and then that therefore makes you intelligent and better. And you're able to just be yourself in humility, knowing that, like, there's a greater universe and conscious creation molding you every day, allowing you to be yourself, hoping that you'll grow more towards your highest self. And that's what I also want for you. So if you have any questions, or if there's any way I can help, either message me or email me at Nicole@NicoleDevlin. And thanks for joining me, and I hope you have a great day.